just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Seattle Seahawks and the Cleveland Browns. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go from Cleveland. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Kelly to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. They made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. And how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks are on the board here first in the season opener. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming out, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
2nd down, here's an option right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Now, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check match, check match.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. Now a first down throw. Kelly going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
He'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. And going right back to Walker. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. On first down, it's Kelly. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
They'll need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And this one is right down Broadway. Well, for almost 8 years, 64 stood as the NFL record for the longest field goal. That has since been eclipsed. It's now 66, but still 64-yarder. Pretty impressive, CD.
Absolutely agree with that, because if you drill a 60-yarder in an NFL game, you've got a lot to be proud of, record or no record. And only a handful of guys can even attempt it. Excellent job there, putting that one through the pipes.
The Browns drive about to get started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get the...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
A play fake. Now Kelly. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action, it's Kelly. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid. The reason that they drafted him and go out and play.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Hurts going to take this himself, and he is going to lose yardage here. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. York able to send this one through, and a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Seahawks take over first down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On 2nd and 9, Kelly. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And on 3rd down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. Now Kelly. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked with these rookies out there? When we finally hear from them that the game's slowed down and they're able to handle things, not so far for this rookie. Because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. On the option, it'll be Hurts. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and 11 now. Kelly, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the Browns are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Cooper, the man in motion right. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Cooper will come in motion right. To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. This is the tight end, Njoku. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
York able to send this one through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps.
Now a hit and a loose football. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded inside the 5. be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're down on the scoreboard. Sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a little fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half. Too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit. Get in their grill. And then send them back out.
Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. They go play action with Hurts. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Here's a give up the middle. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Right there.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Hurts. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Second and 9. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jalen Hurts scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Browns have come back to make it a 2-point game.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point.
Hurts will throw.
Complete at the 1. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
On 2nd and 12, Kelly. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They run again with Walker. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down at 5. Now Kelly. Walker with a grab, left side. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
So a nice throw there. And, CD, I'd have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
Now, you know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are right back in this football game.
Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Uchenna Nwosu.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score Seahawks 24, Browns 15.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Hurts to throw. That one caught by Felton. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Ready? 19, 7 Pirates, Dragon 60.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 41. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
In a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And the Seahawks on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Kelly. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. but in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Mustang 19.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Quez Watkins, 38 yards. And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Here's Walker to start the drive. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the left.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
is beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf. 46 yards. And the Seahawks are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
18 tackle.
And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Here we go, here we go. 19 Tiger. Ready?
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Come 19.
On first down, Hurts. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record.